Index Reviews. Today is the 1st of December 2013. Bit of a sombre opening to this one. Got up this morning, went on Facebook, and it was pretty much alive with the news of the death of Paul Walker, who was one of the main stars of the Fast and Furious film series. Very sad. At this moment in time, there's not much we know about it other than that it was a car accident. It wasn't him that was driving, we know that as well. But as I say, I don't know what caused it, basically. Now, I was actually in the process of doing a film review of the Fast and Furious series, because I had only ever seen the first one when it originally came out, and I never watched any of the others. Pretty much wrote them off. I didn't like the first film. It just wasn't my kind of thing, basically. I just didn't vibe with it. In hindsight, though, having watched the other films now, they do get a lot better, I would say. I mean, there's no right or wrong in this kind of situation. A lot of people will probably say, yeah, no, number one's the best one. Fair enough, it's not right or wrong, it's opinion. So if it's your thing, it's your thing. If it's not, it's not. But as I say, what I was doing was I was watching all these films, and each time I watched one of them over the course of a week or so, I would do a quick review for a couple of minutes, and then I was going to put all these reviews together into one long video and put it on the website. And I've got most of that pretty much done. I just haven't edited it together and stuff. But in the light of this, with Paul Walker dying, it's kind of overshadowed it, really. So I just kind of sacked it all off and done this instead. So I didn't plan doing it this way, so I apologise if it's fairly incoherent, but I'll do my best anyway. Now, it may be a bit early, I guess, to kind of think about what they're going to do with the seventh film. I mean, kind of the main thing right now is how sad it is. I mean, I could probably kind of waffle on about that, but I think we'll kind of feel the same way, basically, about it. But while we're on the subject, I mean, you know, this is a film review. At this moment in time, we don't know what the future of the seventh film is going to be. According to HollywoodReport.com, there was a meeting this morning with Universal executives and James Wan, the director of Fast and Furious 7, to discuss the state of the film, whether rewrites would be necessary, and how to proceed in a manner that would be respectful to Walker's death. I'm just kind of reading it off the website. But that's a good point. You know, it's like how are they going to do this film, really, because there's a really kind of horrible, tragic irony to be observed here. You know, the manner in which he died in, and then compare that to what he was best known as, the film series that he was best known as, the Fast and Furious. It was all about dangerous driving and fast cars and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that what was happening was dangerous driving. It might have just been an accident kind of thing that just happened. You know, stuff like that happens. But just association kind of thing. When you watch these films in future, you're going to kind of be thinking, well, bloody hell, you know, he died in a fast car. It's going to be even more so when the seventh film comes out, because you're going to know he was supposed to be in this film, whether or not they actually use the footage that he already shot and put it in and then somehow kind of work around it. I don't know how they could do that, but you never know. From what I understand, the film, they'd already done quite a lot of work on the film, so it's not like they hadn't started it. I mean, they're far enough into it for it to be an issue. So God knows how they're going to handle it. It's going to be a pretty big dilemma for the makers of the film. But from a marketing point of view as well, you know, how they're going to market this film, which is all about, you know, like I say, fast cars and dangerous driving and crashes and all that kind of stuff, knowing that this is how, you know, this actor that a lot of fans, you know, really loved, it's going to be a big reminder of how he died, basically. So, and that he was making this film. It's like when you watch the film The Crow. It's all about a guy who dies, you know, very, very violently, and he died. The actor that was in the film, Brandon Lee, died making the film from a gunshot wound, because it was supposed to be a blank, but it kind of actually got him, basically. So it's a very sad film to watch, even like 20 years on. So I mean, this film is going to be. I mean, that was kind of more like a cult film. It wasn't one that everybody went to see, whereas the Fast and Furious films, you know, a lot of people are into this. So it's going to be a difficult one. But like I say, my reviews of these films, I saw the first one when it came out in 2000. When it came out to buy in 2002, when it came out on video in the UK. I saw it, didn't really like it, didn't vibe with it. But they do get better. A lot of people that I know had said, yeah, do watch these films, they are very good and they do get better. Like I say, I know that a lot of people will probably prefer the first one, fair enough. But I would say, in order of best to worst, it's pretty easy. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because they just chronologically get better, in my opinion. But quite interestingly, there's the film Tokyo Drift kind of is going to tie in with the 7th film, because there's a character in that called Han. Because number 3, Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, it wasn't called number 3, it was the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, but it's film number 3 anyway. It has this character called Han, and he dies in a car crash, which is an accident, and it's a car rams into him sideways on a crossroads, and the car kind of flips and blows up. And it's an accident, that's all there is to it, basically, when you watch the film. But then, in number 4, 5 and 6, Han is in those films. So, you kind of know that what happens in Tokyo Drift is set right at the tail end of this chronology in terms of storytelling. So if you're going to watch it in storyline chronological order, it would be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3. Because he's in number 4 a little bit, he's in number 5 a little bit more, and he's in number 6 quite a lot. And it's in number 6 you find out what happened to him, the truth about what happened to him, really, because in number 3 it was a car accident. He was a character who drove a fast car, got killed in a car accident, shit happens, that's it. But you find out in number 6, right at the end of the film, kind of not midway into the credits, but part of the way into the credits, you see the scene again where he got hit and died, but you see a little bit more. You see that the car that hit him was actually chasing after him, kind of down a side street, and hits him on purpose. And then you see the driver of the car that hit him gets out, and it's played by Jason Statham. And he gets on the phone to the Vin Diesel character, and he's something along the lines of, "Dominic Toretto, you don't know me, but I know you, and I'm coming for you, you're next," kind of thing. Which might not really make sense, but apparently the whole thing behind that is the bad guy in number 6 is a British guy, and they kill him, and Han is involved in this. He's one of the good guys. He gets, part of the end of the film, the bad guy gets killed. So the Jason Statham character is the brother of the bad guy in number 6. So number 7 is going to be kind of like Die Hard with a Vengeance, from what I understand, with like a brother of the bad guy from the previous film kind of thing, going for revenge on the good guys. But we'll see how that plays anyway. Yeah, that's from my understanding anyway. That's the situation. But they are very good films. Like I said, they do get better as they go along. In the first one, it's pretty much all about pink slips, racing for pink slips, street gangs, drug dealers, that kind of thing. By the 6th film, they're pretty much combating terrorism. So the scope of the films, as you would imagine in any film series, sequels do tend to up the ante, so there's nothing unusual about that. It's just, what happens. But it's a good, very good film series anyway. Number 6, like I say, was in my opinion the best. And it's a real shame, as I say, that it's what's happened to Paul Walker. It's a real shame that as fans we're going to kind of associate his death with watching these films just because of the nature of how he died. So it's sad anyway, like I say. But from a fan point of view, that's just the way it is. I'm sure we can all relate to it anyway. So we'll see. Like I say, how number 7 goes on. As I was saying before on this website, there was kind of talking about how there was a speedy timeline. The previous director of Fast and Furious 7, Justin Lin. He's not a judge. Justin Lin, the film director of the previous films, who was originally working on Fast and Furious 7, backed off in part, according to HollywoodReport.com, because of the speedy timeline. So God knows how they're gonna cope now with all this, as I say. But we'll see anyway. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Sorry if I've kind of been a bit incoherent. This wasn't intentional how I've reviewed these films. Like I said, worked on another review of them, but sacked it off because of what's happened in the last 24 hours. So I hope I haven't been too incoherent anyway. And if you go to the website anyway, it's brandxreviews.com. There's going to be plenty of other reviews, retrospectives, and news about other upcoming films in due course. So if you check back, and if you want to subscribe on YouTube, we have a YouTube channel which is accessible through brandxreviews.com. And let us know what you think in the comments. And we will see you for the next review. Thank you very much.
His Facebook page and Twitter account confirm that Walker was killed today in a car accident in Southern California. Again, actor Paul Walker dead in a single car accident. He was 40 years old. We will continue to follow the story and have the latest on CNN's New Day, and that, of course, starts at 6 a.m. Eastern.